Hi, I'm Christine, and this is Teaching on a Cart. I love doing movie talks. They expose kids to lots of vocabulary. They get kids used to answering questions and make them feel really confident that they can answer questions, even if it's new vocabulary, new material. They can still answer some comprehension questions, and it gives them something fun to associate with the vocabulary that they're learning. I am doing a Pink Panther movie talk. It's called Pink Eye, Pink space AYE. That's how you look it up. And I walk, so here's how I go. I actually teach 4 languages in 14 different 14 different buildings each week. My teaching time is 30 minutes. And I am on a cart, so I go into the classrooms. I actually don't even use a cart, but I carry my laptop and I plug it in. And I keep this one really simple. I don't have a PowerPoint. I do my movie talks with just the video, and I'll show you how to do it. So it's really easy. This movie talk, the vocabulary that they're exposed to, this might be backwards because it's a selfie mode, here is sing, take, and have. Those are the verbs that I use in my circling questions and when I describe the video and sort of narrate the still shots of the video. And the nouns are lady, man, captain, waiter, boat, and chicken. And then adjectives are big and small. And another thing I use a lot is or in my questioning. And at the end I always say, do you want to watch the video? Or do you want to see the video? And that's the vocabulary. This vocabulary sheet is not something that I give to the students. It's just for you to know what is exposed, what is the vocabulary the students are hearing in the video. And it can be the first time they're hearing these things, and they're still going to get it. So I walk in, I say, hi, I stay in the target language 90% of the time. And that helps me learn a lot and helps the kids get lots of comprehensible input. So I walk in, I say, hola clase, yo tengo un video. So hi class, I have a video. And then we open up our passports and we write down the learning target. Normally I save the writing for the last 5 or 10 minutes of class, but in this case I want them to write something down at the beginning. So this is not typical for me, but in this lesson, that's what I do. So we open up our little passports, which are basically a few sheets of white paper with a cover stapled on it. The cover is always the Target Culture passport cover, and we just staple it. So I'm just using a piece of paper as an example. But we write down, I can answer questions about, and then you write Pink Panther in the target language, and that's it. So just these are examples, Pantera rosa, pinku panza, etc. Then, after they've written it down, I am kind of queuing up the video, and I go to the 40-second mark is where I start in this video. So it's called Pink Eye. Let's see. I start at the 40-second mark, and I say, here is a lady. Aquí está una dama. Hola, dama. So here's a lady. Hello, lady. And here is a boat. A big boat. Aquí está un bote. Un gran bote. And so here's a lady. Here is a big boat. Is this a lady or a boat? It's a lady. So this is what's called circling questions. Terry Waltz has a great video explaining circling questions, but you'll see how I do it in this video. So you basically are asking easy questions, yes/no questions, a few multiple choice questions, and if you have some heritage learners in the classroom, you can also ask why questions, how questions, and when you get to like intermediates, as kids get more comfortable, you can ask them who questions or what questions, or get more advanced with them. So this is my 3rd lesson for these kids, so I really am sticking to the super easy stuff. So I'm just going to do this in English. So here's a lady. Is this a lady or a boat? It's a lady. Is this a lady or a boat? It's a boat. Is the boat big or small? It's big. Now, when I do my kind of the narration, I go, aquí está un gran bote. Es grande, no es pequeño, es grande. So in Japanese, 大きい、chisaku nai, 大きいです. So I emphasize that it's big, so that when I'm asking the questions, I'm actually giving them some help, and I say, pequeño o grande? El bote es pequeño o grande? And then they answer it correctly. So then the next, and this is the first time they're hearing pequeño and grande. And so the next time I do pequeño and grande, when I'm asking it, I don't have to really use my hands as much. But the first couple times, I do. And so I want them to get it right. I want them to feel comfortable with the language. And then as we get more exposure to the language, then you sort of take away some of the gestures. Now to go to the next still, I actually use these keys, and then that goes to right here. I also mute the video in case I need to play it. I don't want any audio. So like this. Here's the lady. Here is a man. The man is a captain. Is this the lady or a captain? It's the lady. Is this the lady or the captain? It's the captain. The lady sings. Does the captain sing? Yes or no? No. Does the lady sing? Yes or no? Yes. And I have to mention when I say canta or sing, I go, ah, and the whole class says, ah. So when they're first exposed to the word for sing, then they're singing. Then I go to the next slide with my forward arrow keys. And that's not one that I talk through. I go to the next one. Here is a small boat. And here is a panther. And we all do this. Panther. It's a pink panther. The pink panther is in the small boat. And here's where I start the circling questions. Is this boat big or small? It's small. Is the panther pink or red? Pink. And then I press the space bar and I say, here is the waiter. The waiter has chicken. The pink panther takes the chicken. And then the class and I, we practice take. We go, toma or torimasu. And then we take something. I take something off students' desks. I take some water. I take a passport. I take a pencil. And each time I say, take, take, take. And then I say, show me take. And they all steal something off of their neighbor's desk automatically. And I say, okay, now give it back. Then we move on. My circling questions are, is this a waiter or a panther? It's a waiter. Is this a waiter or a panther? It's a panther. The panther takes the boat or chicken? He takes the chicken. Does the panther sing? No. Then we move on. Here's the lady and the captain. The lady sings. Here is the waiter. And here's where I start my circling questions. I kind of pause here because the students go like, uh-oh. And I say, does the waiter have chicken? Yes or no? And they say, no, he doesn't have chicken. And I play. And the captain is angry. Oh, that's my dog. And that's where I stop. Then I say, do you want to watch the video? And they say yes or no. So at the end, I have them write one sentence in their passports. And the sentence is, the pink panther takes chicken. And we draw it. It's very, very easy. I have my pen. I'll show you. So on here, right? E. The Pink Panther takes the chicken, and then I tell them to draw chicken. They draw chicken, and I demonstrate on the whiteboard, oops, how to do that. Just kind of that general shape. And then here is the hand of the Pink Panther, and that is it. So this lesson can go a lot further, but I only have 30 minutes, so I don't have any kind of opportunity for them to kind of put their own voice in there. But one possibility would be to replace Pink Panther and replace chicken and make your own sentence. Like, my mom takes the car, or my sister takes my pencil, or something, using vocabulary that they already know. And you might want to put a list of vocabulary they know on the board so that they can create their own sentence and illustrate it. So illustrating to me is really important for those kids who are visual learners, because when they look back at their passport, they're going to see an illustrated sentence instead of just a sentence. And then we can just kind of keep English off the page totally, which is important to me, for the kids to have that struggle of trying to remember something in a target language and using different parts of their brain instead of just the translation part of their brain, the code switching. So we don't want to always use code switching. We want to use different parts of our brain for language acquisition. So that is so that's it for this lesson, and that's it. So we're not really after them memorizing everything. This is really exposure to new vocabulary, getting used to answering sentences, feeling some sense of accomplishment that they can answer questions. Even this is after they've only had like 1 hour of the language. They're able to answer all of these questions in the target language and be able to follow me and do everything I ask of them in the target language. And this is a lot of vocabulary exposure, so it's great. And that's it. So if you have any questions, leave a comment. Adios. Bye.